And finally, new rule, liberals must stop chasing conservatives out of restaurants. They've done it to Sarah Huckabee Sanders, they've done it to Kirstjen Nielsen, they've done it to Stephen Miller, and last Monday, it happened again when Ted Cruz and his wife went out to dinner and were bombarded by a chant of, "We believe survivors." So I'm guessing the restaurant was Chipotle. But this is the new deal. Conservatives get to run America, and we get to ruin their dinner. And listen, I get it. Nobody wants to see Ted Cruz when they're eating. Ted Cruz is what baseball thinks about when it's trying not to come. But we need to get people like Ted Cruz out of power, not out of restaurants. This is something Republicans understand way better than Democrats, that real power isn't about making a scene or what makes you feel good. And power, it's a lot like owning rabbits. The more you have, the easier it is to get a lot more. Power begets power. Texas has very similar demographics to California. But one reason they're red and we're blue is we want every citizen to be able to vote, and they don't. A federal court has ruled 7 times that Texas Republicans drew their congressional districts with racial discriminatory intent. But our federal court won't have the final say on this. That's the Supreme Court. They will, which is why Republicans so desperately want to get Schlitz-Kavanaugh confirmed. Even though he doesn't have the temperament to be a judge on American Idol. Because, like the rabbits, the more justices Republicans get to pick, the more those justices protect unlimited campaign spending and voter suppression laws, which helps more Republicans get elected. Power begets power. Trump loves to say the system is rigged. Yeah, it's rigged. You're president. He leaves out the part that it's rigged for them. The Electoral College helps Republicans. The fact that every state gets 2 senators helps Republicans. Mike Enzi of Wyoming represents 287,000 people. Kamala Harris represents 20 million. Why is Wyoming even a state? There's not even a river or any other kind of natural border separating it from the other square states. It's just a square. It's like they copy-pasted Colorado and then forgot to put people in it. I know I have asked this before, but do we really need 2 Dakotas? It's like when there's a Starbucks right across the street from another Starbucks. It's greedy. You're greedy, Dakotas. 4 senators for you? It's like a little person going up to the buffet and taking half the food. We all failed to notice that as more Americans moved to coastal cities in pursuit of high-paying jobs as Uber drivers, rural red states became overrepresented, which is why every election year we have to hear what's on the mind of everyone in a diner in Iowa. Meanwhile, nobody ever talks to the loser at the Coffee Bean in West Hollywood. Does America's vast army of unemployed screenwriters not count? I see you. The Constitution is not on our side. Bush II and Trump both lost the popular vote. They shouldn't be picking Supreme Court justices at all. Had the Democrats who actually won the popular vote been in the Oval Office, we'd now have a 7-2 liberal majority on the court. Instead, as usual, We all had to pin our hopes this week on Senator Susan Collins of Maine, population Stephen King, 2 lobsters, and a bear. When the deck is this stacked against you and the other party cheats, Democrats have no margin for error or bullshit, you know who you are, or complacency. Republicans in Texas were able to draw those districts with racially discriminatory intent because they won the state house. Democrats lost 1,000 state legislature seats in the last 10 years. Can't do it. We just can't do it like that. We need to win elections so we can protect voting rights so we can win elections. Next month, there is a referendum on the ballot in Florida, the state that so often decides our elections, to restore the voting rights of 1.4 million ex-felons who currently cannot vote. It could turn Florida blue, which turns America blue. So next time you want to scream at a politician, move to Florida and help change that law, because power begets power, and we got to beget some for ourselves.